Hi, I'm Dana. I said in a video a little while ago that I would show you me setting up my first ever BJD, and I'm going to. But right before we get into it, I this morning hit 10,000 subscribers, which is mind-blowing and super exciting and so cool and like, whoa! So I want to do a little like celebration video, and one of you guys suggested doing a Q&A, so that's what I'm going to do. So if any of you guys have any questions that you want me to answer, like literally about anything, it can be about me, it can be about like thoughts and opinions on stuff, it can literally be anything, drop it down below. And I haven't had very many people get back to various other posts, so there's a very high chance that your question will be in the video. But for this one, we're getting into this now because I am so excited. I have had her like set up and dressed up in like the way that I wanted her before when I first got her, but then I had to transport her back to the UK because this is absolutely, so many things in my life are like unbelievable at the minute for various fucking reasons. But the big one for this is that I first found out about, they're ball jointed dolls for anyone that doesn't know that's what a BJD is, because they're like highly posable. They're like fully articulated. It's so impressive. And I first got onto them when I was maybe like 14. I would have been younger. It was right when I first moved to Denmark, which would have been 2008, so I would have been 11. And I just spent hours and hours and hours and hours looking at them online because they're so like, I think I'm gonna open my box and start like getting stuff out and showing you what I'm doing while I talk. But I think it's one of the things where like self-expression's always been a really big and important thing for me, and it feels like a way of having self-expression outwardly. Like I don't have to be the one putting the stuff on. I don't have to deal with the sensory issues of looking a certain way and being a certain way. You can just do it to a doll. I really liked that from the moment I saw them, and especially that like you can create characters and you can have a whole like world with them and you can pose them in places. Like I love the creativity that you're able to have through them, and like just the artistry that goes into them is incredibly impressive. So if you know anything about them, they're beyond fucking pricey. They are so expensive. I forgot how much stuff I got with her. Oh my god. Like I remember asking my parents for one once and they checked the price because I think my dad was quite glad that his like 12-13-year-old girl was like, I would like a doll, and they saw the prices and they were like, honey, you're not getting this doll. And I completely understand that. Like that's not one of the things where I'm like, my parents were horrible. Like yeah, I didn't think I was ever going to be able to afford one for myself. Like they are expensive. So I was absolutely fucking mind blown when I went to America and got to meet my best friend's other best friend, and she just fucking bought me it. Just a whole ass little present, as though it was like a normal, simple thing. I'm like, oh, I can't believe that I own one. I can't believe that someone just bought me one. And I cannot believe all of the accessories that I have with her. So I do have like a whole character and backstory to her that I'm going to explain to you now. But I think before I dress her in like the way that the character is, I do want to try some of these other accessories and clothes on her because there's just so much here and it's so cute, and I just want to see how it looks on her. There's just so many options and they're all so adorable and she's so cool. So we're going to try this like normal little like standard average cute outfit on her, and then I'm going to show you the outfit that I want on her for the character that I've like created for her, and I'm going to explain the character while we dress her because I need to take this like spacesuit off and her shoes. So yeah, I've always been very like, I don't have a plan for them. Like I know, like obviously I have friends that are into BJDs now, and a lot of them seem to have like, I want a character like this and I want a character like that and I want to be able to create this type of world, and I think that's super cool. I wish I was like that, but I've always been very like, I will get the doll and I will look at her and I will be like, I know her, you know? And that's very much what happened. So the second I got her, I took a really long time to name her because the first name that came to mind when I saw her, she looked like, not quite like this because she was she was in her underwear. I just immediately, like seeing the accessories that were with her and seeing the way she looks, I was like, her name is Tig and she's from like some far away fucking like plane of existence. Like she's not technically human in my opinion. Oh god, getting this off is so difficult. It scares me the way that some of their like arms and joints and stuff pop out to make it easier, but it terrifies me every time it happens. I'm so convinced I'm gonna break the most expensive thing I've ever owned. I don't think she's the most expensive thing I've ever owned, but I don't think she's that far off, to be honest with you. I'll go back in properly. There we go. So the moment I saw her, I was like, her name is Tig, and she's from this far distant, like, realm. Like, it's not even just a different planet. Like, in my mind, it's, like, very similar to, like, the whole, like, Timeless Child thing. Like, wherever the Doctor / the Timeless Child is, like, originally from, Tig's from the same place. And her people are, like, gods. Like, they know everything. They're all knowing. They're all, like, you know, their society is very, like, we know what's going on. Everything's perfect. And she was like, that's nice and all, but, like, what's it like in other places, you know? Like, she was the only person there that had this curiosity of, like, what's the rest of the universe like? So she's gone out and started exploring and seeing what things are like. And she's a little space cadet. And she's gathered, like, outfits from various different places and different people, because she just sort of makes friends with everyone and wants to know what's going on. So although some of her stuff does look sort of, like, army-esque, I am not in any way seeing her as part of, like, any sort of, like, space military or whatever. So this is what she looks like undressed. And I think I have 3 outfits here all together. So I've got this one, and then there's also this little top, and then there's also all these. So we're just gonna try a variety before I put her in what she's actually gonna stay in, because it's just very exciting to have all these things. I pretty much have not touched this since I came back from the UK, because came back from the US, because I wanted it to be like a nice, happy, exciting experience. Oh, it's like a kimono-y type thing. Oh, cute. Okay, let's do this. Because I just wanted it to be like the nice, happy, fun experience that I expected it to be when I was like 11. And since we got back from the US, I've just been fucking going through it and having a horrible time. Like, it's one of those things where, like I say, I hadn't made any sort of plan, and I'd very much accepted that I wasn't ever going to get to own one. So suddenly owning one, it became a very, like, oh no, I need to do this, like, at the perfect time. It needs to feel just the right way, and everything needs to be just right. And now is a day that I'm having a decent enough day that I'm like, yeah, that I want to dress, or I want to have her, like, stood in the corner the way that she's supposed to look, instead of being all, like, bold and weird. Not that there's anything wrong with being bold, and I do think she's a stunner even bold, but I've got such nice fucking hair for her that it feels a shame to not put it on. I need to learn how to, like, tie this properly for her to be in it properly. I'm guessing this is, like, the sash part? Oh wait, I think I know how that's meant to be done. You do it from the end, don't you, and then, like, tuck it in at the back. I also really like BJDs now, because, like, obviously when I saw them as, like, a little girl, I was like, oh my gosh, the best doll in the world. And as an adult now, I think it's really, really fucking cool that we're able to sort of, like, access some inner children a little bit through this and have that kind of experience. That's definitely how it's feeling to me. And I do think some degree of that is that I saw these as a kid and really wanted one, but I think a lot of it is just, like, I don't know about anyone else, but I remember being, like, probably 8 or 9 when people first started being like, you still play with dolls? They're for little kids, what are you doing? And it was like, I wanted to play with my fucking dolls. I liked them, I enjoyed it. And all of a sudden everyone was like, no, you don't do that. So that's one of her outfits. It would definitely look better if I knew how to fucking do it properly, but it is super cute. I'm gonna put it right back on in the bag and try the other one on, and then, oh, I'm really excited for you to see, like, the actual outfit that I've put together for her, because I feel like it really puts across her character and, like, what she's up to. But, like, especially when I was in the US still, obviously, like, the person that got me it, they have a whole bunch of other ones, and we sat together as, like, a little trio of, like, full-grown adults dressing up these dolls and making them look cute and changing their outfits, and it was just so fucking fun. And it's one of those things where, like, at the age when, like, my mum could set up play dates for me when I was, like, playing with dolls and stuff, I did have people to, like, play that kind of thing with. You know, I did have other little girls coming to my house and be like, wow, you have lots of Barbie clothes. And I loved it. I really enjoyed playing with dolls, like, my entire childhood. And it was really fucking sad to me when everyone stopped doing it. And getting to do that with my adult friends with just, like, no judgment or weirdness, or just, like, you know, it's just, we're all here for the same thing, we all enjoy this thing, and it's what we're gonna do because it's fucking fun. It was so fucking lovely. Like, it really felt like it healed something inside me. And I also want to use this as a way to get a little bit creative as well, because I'd love to, like, make some little things for her and really, like, that's the thing, is, like, I feel kind of silly and immature talking about it, because it's like, you're 27 years old and playing with a doll, and it's like, well, number one, why fucking shouldn't I? And number two, it's like, yeah, but it's not just playing with a doll. And even if it is, that's also fine, but it also isn't, because I really want to use it as a way of, like, outward self-expression that I don't have to deal with, like I said. And What even, is this for arms? Is this for legs? I don't understand. Like, I feel like they can really be like a portal of creativity beyond just playing with a doll, you know? And especially the, I think, see, I've got all of these cards, so I know that she's a smart doll from Danny Chu, and I'm not 100% sure if that's the same creator that one of my friends has gotten their other dolls from, but I know that they do. I know that someone does a whole bunch where, like, some of them are plus size and actually, like, they have, like, the body rolls and, like, their bodies sit in the way that a plus size person's would, you know? Like, they're really legitimately done. And there's, like, various mental health and, like, neurodivergent, like, inspired ones. You know, like, they are being used as a way to, like, really hone your creativity and feel better about yourself and where you are. And, like, I just think they're a really positive thing, to be honest with you. And I am incredibly excited to get to actually own one, even though these jeans don't fit her brilliantly. Like, your butt's out, baby. I do actually really like these jeans on her though. I've just realised what oh, that is sick. The little, like, things that I was like, are they sleeves? They're for the legs. Oh my gosh. Oh baby. How cool. Oh, I'm so tempted to leave her in those. Oh, the top matches, the top's the same flowers. Okay. Oh, I'm tempted to leave her in this. I won't lie, it is fucking cute, but I really need to see her though. See, I did have her, like, perfectly set up while I was in the US and, like, exactly how I wanted her to be, and my friend let me have just, like, loads of the fucking accessories that I'd put on her. I was just dressing her up for funsies and to see what I might, like, want to get, you know, and she was like, oh no, you can have all of that, and I was like, oh my god. So she will be perfect in every way for me, but they are fucking adorable. I see the thing, like, immediately I'm like, I can make different inserts for that as well. Like, that's literally just a little bit of fabric in, like, a tube with some elastic up here to go on her leg. I can make her all sorts of different inserts that look super cute there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the top and put a little wig on and the accessories, and then we're gonna put her in her final official outfit. Like, the whole time that I was dressing her in the US, my friends were like, you don't need to be as gentle as you're being. And I'm like, no, I do. I'm so convinced that, like, I'm going to just immediately fucking break her. Like, you don't understand. And, like, I'm getting more aware of how sturdy she is, I suppose. Like, they don't feel, like, super breakable or anything. It's just that, like, I know how much these cost and I've wanted one for so long and I'm so scared about it. But I know realistically, like, I would have to really, like, not be fucking paying attention at all while I'm doing stuff to break her, you know? Like, just the general anxiety that I have will definitely be the thing that keeps me from doing anything too dumb. I don't know why I didn't take her hand off. See, they just pop off and they're not hard to pop out, but it scares me. I also really like the idea of maybe getting her some different hands that are, like, you know, because in my mind she is a little bit of an alien, so it would be nice to be, like, sort of alien-esque maybe? I don't know. I really haven't... I don't know. There's just so many different things that you can do with them and things that you can buy for them and things that you can make for them, and I'm very excited to get into that whole world now that I actually own one. Because, like I say, I did see it and, like, sort of, like, wish it were me, but I also was like, I'm not gonna spend hours and hours and hours looking into this thing when I'm never going to be able to get one, you know? But now I have one, and I can get into it. I think this is meant to be off the shoulder, but I'm pulling it up so that it's not off the shoulder because I think that looks cuter on her, fight me. Okay, if she didn't have the underwear on that you can see, how cute would this be? Let's put a wig on her. I've got 4 wigs for her, which is so many and so many decisions, and they're all so cute. Okay, let's try this one. Oh no, wait. I think I want that one for, like, oh, I don't know, let's just try it. We can try one of the other ones as well. We can try anything. Putting the wigs on is tough though. They're very elasticated. Here you go. Let's try and position it so you can see me attempting to get this wig on her. Oh no, your head's all soft. I forgot your head was soft. That's the thing as well, is that I want to talk to it like it's a person, and I'm like, this is literally a doll boy, and I'm like, oh no, like, if I'm gonna personify her in the way that I have and give her a name and everything, I should probably at least refer to her with pronouns, but, like, it's a doll. I can't do this with you looking, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to just... Imagine if after all this I can't even put a fucking wig on her. Oh, gosh, that was scary. I love this big hair on her. I wish my hair looked like that when it was long. She's just so pretty. And we have the accessories as well. Okay, we're gonna have to style her hair, because the one thing I don't love is that, I'm not sure if it applies to the others, but at least for this wig cap, it's like a pretty light beigey colour. Like, it's the kind of tone that'd be skin colour for me, you know? Like, it's not her skin colour. And you can kind of see it sometimes, because like I've put her hair so it's like back like that, and you can see it at the side. So we're just gonna finagle her a little bit and style it a bit. Cute, right? Like, she's so pretty. I'm not bothering with shoes. I've only got the one pair of boots. They're kind of fiddly to get on, and I really want to put her into a proper outfit now I've done that. So let's undress her again. We'll cut to her being undressed for you, but I've got to actually do that part. As you see, she is now undressed, and we're getting into like the character creation. This is the exciting thing for me. So she was in this. This was like her travelling suit for me, because this one that's exactly the same but in a slightly different colour is the one that I want her in permanently. Not permanently, I'm definitely going to change her up at some points. But this is like, if she was the Doctor, this is the outfit you'd recognise her in, you know? And to be fair, now that I've taken... If I wasn't clumsy, now that I've taken off her feet and hands, she should be easier to dress. See, trying to show you it happening isn't my strong point, so it's really great that I got into video creation. That's going to work out for me long term. Excuse me, baby. It's always getting the arms in that scares me. I'm convinced I'm gonna like rip them out of the fucking shoulder joints. And I mean, I think I might do that to myself by accident sometimes, to be fair. So it's not that unrealistic of a concern. There we go. I think at some point I would like to like buy or make something to go under here so that she can have it like a little bit open. Oh, I don't know, like maybe with just the bra. I feel like that works. Just a little bit open. It looks like she's wearing like maybe a little vest top or something, a little like Sigourney Weaver and Alien, a little bit Ripley. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cutie. I'm also gonna put her feet back on so we can do her boots, because like I'm not doing that much down there. I think that the thing that really gets me with the feet is that it reminds me of putting the shoes on Bratz dolls, because obviously they just like didn't have feet unless they had shoes, and it really is just like an inner child healing thing, to be honest with you. Like I can be all like, oh, it provides creativity and it does this and it does that. 99% of this is just I get to feel like a kid again without anyone judging me or being rude. So what I did last time, I also like, I don't love the cuffs. So I've been tucking those down into the boot so that she has like a little poof instead of a cuff. I really like the way that looks. See, the more that I've dressed her and undressed her, the more I do feel like I'm getting used to the way that like it all just feels and works, and I will be able to like I am. Oh, that is so cool. It's got like a little bit inside as though like it's a real shoe. Oh. But yeah, the more that I'm doing it, like I am already genuinely, obviously very enjoying this, but I think the more that I do it, the more that I'm less anxious of breaking it as well, and like I actually just enjoy it. And I really like the idea of taking her to somewhere with like sand or like just general weird terrain, so that it can look like she's like on an alien planet and taking some pictures. Yeah, so I've done that, and then it's like I like taking it like over the boot a little bit. I just think it looks good. I just think it like changes up the look of it a little bit, and it feels like she's done it, you know? Like I really am behind like the character creation aspects of these, and I like the idea of like everything on her outfit is something that she's like collected from somewhere or done on purpose for comfort. You know, like it's not just an outfit, like this is what she wears to get around through space and be her curious little self. There we go. See, like it just, I think it just changes it up a little bit. Oh no, I maybe should have done this part before the boot, because I also have these like belts for her that slip over the boot. Sick. So that one goes like on the thigh and then around the waist, and then I have another one that's just like on the waist as well. I actually kind of personally want one of these. I don't like having to carry a bag because I often like put them down and don't remember to pick them up. So having something like this would actually really work out for me. And I like having it sort of like angled across. You'll see in a sec. I don't know why I'm trying to show you while I'm doing it. I've already established that doesn't work out. One of the things that also really like fucking like absolutely works for me and really quite fascinates me, and one of the things that I think really like made me want one when I was younger, is that their clothes are so like, just so many parts of them feel so real, you know? Like I've just done this belt up like it's a real fucking belt. Like I zipped up her suit, I zipped up her boots, like it's like you're dressing a tiny person. Like it's not like with like Barbie dolls how they have like poppers and Velcro, you know? I think largely, to be fair, it is that the size of them allows for it. So this is the other belt that I do like the other way, crossing over. Like this literally even has real pockets, you know? Like I could put things in here, and I like the idea of making lots of the little bits that have in her pockets, and like, ooh, that could be so fun. So yeah, I like having them like sort of a little bit crisscrossed, like so, and then tighten it up and do that and put it through the little belt hoop. See, doesn't that look cool? Isn't she sick? I also have these tiny handcuffs that I like her having, and I do feel like it makes her look a bit like she's some sort of like space cop, but in my mind, like, she's gonna make sure she can protect herself, you know? It's not like she's gonna arrest someone, it's like if someone fucks with her, she's gonna just put the handcuffs on them and leave them there. Someone else can deal with it. So I have that just like dangling like that on her. See, now we have to decide on, I should do the cloak. I should do the cloak first, as she does indeed have a cloak. It's fucking sick. This is another one where I think I might like to like personalise and decorate it a little bit at some point. It could be really cool to have some like embroidery on there, like it's like from her home planet or something. See, I also really love the way it lays, and that I can have her like collar popping out. I love this outfit. I love the character that I've been able to make here. But the big thing now is her wig, because like I said, I have several wigs and they're all really fucking cool. So I love this one, but purely for how like difficult to style it is, and how like, you know, it's just so much hair and it's everywhere. That's not the one that I want to like leave them permanently, so I'm gonna put a... I also like, I'm aware that I am just like grabbing stuff, but I am trying to like keep things nice and putting things back how they should be, and like, you know, I am planning to maintain this very expensive thing that I was gifted. It's not just a little like, oh, it's a doll. Like, I am very aware that these things need to be looked after appropriately and everything, and I intend to do so. I don't know if anyone actually cares that much, to be fair, but I do. So, other wig choices would be this orangey gingery one or this brown one. I'm going to show you the brown one because it's not in a plastic wrapper, but they're the same style. How do I get you out, hon? See, it's this sort of short shag with a little fringe, and the orange one's like exactly the same but just a little touch longer in orange. And then I also have the braids. She would look so cute with the braids. And they are long, like they're so cool. I'm leaning towards the braids because I like the idea that when she takes the braids out I can put the other wig on her and that's like her natural hair. But also like I'm not sure the hat that I want would... Oh, I think it would. Yeah, I can always change it later. We're gonna go for the braids for now. Oh, can I do that thing people do where you like take a couple from the front and like tie it at the back to keep it out of face? That looks really cute. What a babe you are. Okay. Well, that's not gonna like hold, but it looks cute. I'm putting the hat on her anyway. That'll do something for styling. So we're close to done with her now. Doesn't she look cute? So I think this is the final thing that I have for her right now, and it's her little goggles that go on top of the hat for when she's, you know, in need of goggles. I love these goggles, I won't lie. My hat to the side. We'll slant it. Oh yeah, we're getting there. We're very, very close. I don't know if I moved the wig or the hat, but I like the way she looks. I just like having the strap of the goggles like straight with the bit of the hat all the way around. I just want it to be perfect, okay? And there she is. my first ever BJD. This is Tig. This is how she looks all set up and ready to go and explore space and do things and meet people. No, it's not, because I haven't returned her hands to her, actually. She will indeed have some fingers for exploring space with. Now we have her actually finished. Doesn't she just... I'm really a big fan. I like having like one bit of the cloak over, like she's a little bit cold. So yeah, now rather than sitting bold and weird in the corner, she's gonna stand there looking real cool and real happy and real proud. I really want to start making things for her. I really want to make her some sort of, like, I don't have the space. This is going to be like in the distant future sometime. I want to make her some sort of spacecraft. And it, like, bear in mind, she is what, like 1.5 feet tall? Like, it would need to be fucking big, to be honest with you. But I really like the idea of her having like just a whole setup. And it's just like having a doll's house. Lots of adults have doll's houses. I'd just have a doll spaceship. So yeah, that's the video. I don't make this type of content usually. If you're new here, I make stuff about autism. If that's something that interests you, you might want to subscribe. If you're here for ball jointed dolls, you're best finding someone else, I'm afraid. But I do also make these like more fun, hangout, chill videos most Sundays. I like Sundays to just be a bit more relaxed and a bit more like personable and not just like, let's talk about autism, you know, because there's a lot more to me than just the autism, but then I am also like, don't feel like I'd be into this stuff without the autism. So yeah, there's that. As always, if you want to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, they will be linked down below, along with my Patreon or Ko-fi. There is never any pressure. You do not have to give me money. That's why I'm putting it at the end and being awkward about it, because there is no pressure. You don't have to. It's all right if you don't. So yeah, that's the video. I'm going to go now. And so's Tig. We're gonna hang out. I'm gonna put all this stuff back into the box and set her up to look real nice over in the corner. I'm gonna look at her all the time and be like, oh, I love her. So yeah, whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days.